What is good, y'all? SG Game, man. It's your boy SmooveGotGame back with another Indianapolis Colts rebuild video, baby. And today we are here back again with week 3 of the regular season, man, against the Seattle Seahawks. If you guys are ready for it and you guys think we're going to demolish this team, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe, man. Join the family if you haven't already. Roll to 1K, and it helps to share out to more people, as well as comment, interact down below. Let me know what you guys thinking of the series. Let me get score predictions down below. How bad you think we about to drag this sorry team? No, I'm just playing. But no, for real, this is going to be a great game because they actually have weighted into the highest rookie quarterbacks in the past draft, as far as, you know, just being able to have a high depth trade and everything like that. But before we even jump into that, I want to go and check care of all of our weekend tasks. And the first part is the mock draft here. And they have the Texans picking at number 4 so far, getting a left tackle here early in the top 5. Not seeing a quarterback go top 10 or 15. Interesting. Now you see the Titans there at 16 are going with another offensive lineman there at right guard. But so far we have yet to see a quarterback go. And we're 20 picks deep. 21, 20. There it goes. 24. Lawrence Lockbaum, the first quarterback off the board. He has top 5 projection, but not going until pick 24 to the Jaguars. I guess they love their Lawrence quarterbacks. But we'll see if that actually ends up, staying that way through the rest of them. And of course, we don't have a first round draft pick this year. We did trade it away a couple years back when we needed that. What did I trade it for? Anyway, I kind of forgot. I think I traded up to get the DB. So I mean, we traded up to go get rid of that pick, so we don't have a first round pick. So we're kind of just looking to see how strong some of these positions are. I'm glad we got our tight end already, as this looks pretty weak and mostly top heavy. But offensive line is looking, well, left guard is kind of weak. Center's weak. You got one good guy. There we go. That's what I need to see. Right guard is deep. Okay. So we got a lot of round 1 and 2 options here, 5 of them to be exact, and a couple 3 to 4 options. So right guard will be pretty deep for us. Quarterback was the weakest class I think we've seen in this series so far. Defensive tackle, very strong. We got 3 actual solid round 1s, followed by like 5 more run of 2s, a couple 2 to 3s. So defensive tackle will be a good year for us if I want to let somebody go from that spot. Outside linebackers, I'm constantly looking here. Looks like left is good, middle linebacker is weak. Very weak. I mean, we got a lot of day 3 options, but looks like we could have some depth here at some of the positions that I want to go ahead and focus on. And that'll be good because, we have $110 million of cap space, but a lot of guys need contracts. Kenny Moore Jr., do we decide to keep him or just roll with the 2 young guys that we have and our depth there with youth? DeForest Buckner, TFL King. It'll kind of depend on the kind of season he has, if he's worth $22 million in my eyes again, or do we just go defensive tackle in this defensive tackle heavy draft? Got a couple of offensive linemen that are gone. Bernard, his contract is up. Quiddy Pay, his contract is up. Of course, we're going to re-sign him, though. Brandon Smith on right tackle. I'm not prepared to replace all these offensive linemen at once, so we're going to have to keep some of them. Jelani Woods, I think I would like to keep. Alec Pierce, I would like to keep. Nick Cross, I would like to keep. Hamler, I probably would like to keep just for returns-wise, just so I don't have to use John Peppers back there while he's starting. Zach Moss, his contract is also up too as well. We got a couple of lower overall guys, but the most important one here is Anthony Richardson's 5th-year option, which is set to be around $50.6 million. So $940K is the salary. $49.7 million signing bonus. I don't know how that works, but my man's about to get a $50 million contract. I don't know if I should do something like that, but I mean, kind of looking at how good he is right now, and obviously he's only going to keep getting better, and I think he is the franchise player of this quarterback, but I don't know if I should pay him $50 million. You have to show me a couple more stats before I decide if he's worth $50 million. Now, if he keeps on the trajectory he's going on this season, he's improved his accuracies a lot, improved his passing ability a lot, and cut down on the turnovers while still showing the same leg movement. So, I mean, we might end up having to pay my man's $50 million for that 5th-year option, which will drastically hurt, obviously, what we can do in free agency next season, because the 5th-year option doesn't take into effect this offseason. That's next year. So, I mean, he still has the same cap hit and everything, but that's going to be a big deal for free agency. But, of course, we'll get into all that during the bye week. We'll go deeper in depth into that and the draft classes during the bye week. So, until then, football focus, man. I mean, it takes that long to get the 50% scout hits on everything anyway, so we'll check out the mock drafts when they come through. But until the bye week, we'll be strictly focused on getting this team put in a position to see if we're a playoff team or are we going to be a team with a mid-round or early draft pick. So, Manny Bell getting an upgrade here, getting that zone coverage up to 73, man at 67. It's not too bad. We want to see him cover a little bit better over the middle, because today could be a game where we're seeing the ball be thrown a lot. As like I said, clash of different conferences here. We are going up against the NFC West this year, and the first task against us will be Seattle. As Richardson coming off last week, 266 yards, 5 touchdowns, 6 total. And he'll be going up against the highly touted rookie there, as we'll have to see what he's got. I mean, this could be a team that's losing games because of defense. It could be losing because they're not getting production outside of the quarterback. All it's going to be told in this game when our defense comes to play. And there he is, wearing number 3 for Seattle, taking over Geno Smith's starting role this year. They went ahead and let him start off rip. Ryan Graves, 566 yards this season, 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. And he's the only person beating Anthony Richardson in yards for the season too as well. Richardson is second in yards through the first 2 games behind the rookie. So, I mean, obviously he's coming out here and slinging that pill. But off rip, we get an early sack off Samson Abukum. And I noticed that wasn't not Graves' end, as Graves actually has a fractured toe, I guess maybe from last week or a practice injury. He will be out for 4 weeks. So that was not Graves. That is actually Geno Smith still in at quarterback. Looks like they still have him to back him up. And I think the task, at least for us, gets a little bit easier, not having to worry about one of the best passers this season, this early season is seen. As we all know, our pass defense could use a little bit of work, and we'll have to see what Geno was able to do. But already starting off flat on offense, we get a quick 3-and-out by the defense and hand things over to this fiery offense that just saw that man Richardson score 6 touchdowns by himself, or himself alone, to help increase that interception to touchdown ratio 7-4. 566 yards. I guess I shouldn't say like it's above him, but it's tied with him, which is still pretty impressive for the first 2 games of your career to throw that many yards. So we're going to go ahead and get this offense kicked off. Just saying, we get every offensive drive kicked off, man. As we see, we are dealing with our own injuries as well, as Alec Pierce is out for the game. He will not be coming into this game as well. So we're going to go a little bit deeper into our bag here. Obviously, KJ Hamler is still out too, as well as the triple option doesn't work on that one. So be expecting to see a little bit more Tutu Atwell here today if we do go 3 wides, and probably not going 4 wides as often. As here we get a quick pass out, and there is Atwell getting his first catch of the game for an 8-yard first down. Staying in the gun here, so it could be 2-by-2 look here, right over the middle. That's going to be Josh Downs cutting back inside and getting dumped into the floor, as that will be a 9-yard catch though to set us up here beautifully for a 2nd and 1. We'll just hand this thing off to Jonathan Taylor, get a huge rushing lane up the middle, and get us close to red zone territory, but there is a flag down. And it will be holding on Zach Moss, the fullback that had no you weren't even involved in the play really much at all, but unfortunately it'll back us up, and then a terrible throw there from Richardson. I haven't seen too many of those this season. Puts us into a 3rd and 6 situation here early. We need to get this first. Dropping back, throws over the middle once again. That's Josh Downs with a great catch and getting a good block there from McCain. Able to push us up to the 27-yard line. Richardson hands it off. It will be a read option here. He'll take it himself. Go to the outside, trying to get that block there from Tutu Atwell. He was going towards the corner instead of the safety, but we still get enough for the first down. Showing off the great legs that he does have. Not showing off the arm strength here. Pushing that one into the hands of McCain, but it does get knocked out. I gotta say, I really hate that catching animation though. Like, who would ever catch the ball and just hold it outreach like that for it to be swatted out of his hand? I don't know. So we'll just have to take care of things with our legs ourselves, as they will be 3rd and inches, giving up his body slightly before the first down, just to make sure he doesn't fumble. It's Richardson going under center here. Handed off to our running back, as Taylor will be pushed into the end zone. Getting ganged up by 3 Seahawks, but they end up forcing him into the end zone instead of keeping him out. And just like that, we advance on the early 3-and-out and get this lead up early, 7-0. And now Geno's going to lead this Seahawks team back onto the field, though. Looking to have a little bit more success in their second drive. As you look down below, the Jags ended up beating the Falcons there, 21-16. And it looks like maybe they're taking on the NFC South. Did we take on different teams? I don't know. But, or different divisions, I should say. But they're taking on the Falcons, and they beat them. So they're now 3-0. So we'll have to keep watch for them as we're trying to become 3-0 as well. But it's not going to happen if we keep giving up big plays like that. Is that John Mechie III? Did they take him from us? I know we didn't sign him back in the offseason, but he might have went to Seattle now. And of course, if I should have stayed over here, he at least got a ring with us, but he wanted to go somewhere else. So good luck to you over there on that side as they're going a read option here. Geno takes it himself and gets jerked down in the backfield. It will be 3rd and 4 now for Seattle. 2 halfback look here as they go split back. Geno throwing on the run, and that ball is, I guess the receiver, Juju Smith-Schuster, was not looking for the catch. And that'll be another punt back to the Colts as they're looking to drive here a little bit. And as they throw this one out to Downs over the middle of the field. Great play for 3rd and 3. Staying in the gun look here as they do so often here. Handoff up the middle. That's Jonathan Taylor getting enough for the first down. Somebody should do like the advanced metrics on this. I feel like we come out in shotgun or some type of shotgun formation here. This whole series probably about 90, I would say 95% of the time, honestly. I'll cut it down. 93% of the time we're probably in this. I'd say 6% of the time we're in 6.8% of the time we're in pistol, and then the 0.2% of the time we actually go under center. If I had to count up the entire plays that we ran on offense, or at least shown in these videos. Because honestly, we rarely go under the center. Now here we are going to go to it, trying to throw this one over the middle to the Downs, up the middle. This time around, trying to maybe slow the pace down a little bit. Looks like the Colts offense is looking for shorter passes, a lot more runs, and trying to control the play clock here. As you see, we already run 17 plays in this first quarter, as opposed to the 9 we ran last game. As last game, we really ran into a shootout. Really kind of hurts the defense. Kept them out there for a long period of time. We feel like the defense cannot handle shootout games like that all often. As Woods gets into the end zone there, off the end route. He had a clear lane to the end zone, didn't even get touched. And I think that's his 3rd touchdown of the year, 2nd or 3rd. As he finds the end zone yet again. Remember, no Kyle Pitts, so him and McCain will be holding down tight end duties. No 3 tight end sets here today. We're going to make sure that we stay away from those. Zach Moss goes up the middle. Great juke move, breaking the tackle, and gets taken down for a 14-yard gain. But yeah, it looks like we've seen a little slower pace here. Not trying to get into another shootout if they don't have to. Keeping the passes low, running the ball a lot more. As that pass is completed over the middle for a mid-gain there to 33-yard line for Michael Pittman Jr. About 7 minutes to go here in the first half. 2 tight ends set for Richardson. Pockets looking clean. He finds Josh Downs for another first down dumpage as he gets thrown forward over to the first down marker. Getting as close to the red zone, though. Looks like they will set up a screen pass, something that we haven't seen too often from them at all. I think this might be like the 2nd screen of the series. And it works to get them the first. Something you don't game plan for because they don't really have it incorporated in the offense that well. But it's an easy way to get Jonathan Taylor some space and get him here set up for that. Oh my gosh. I guess that's why he was a power back originally. Putting that shoulder into chest and dumping that man onto the ground. Still having the energy to get up and jug a little bit as we get a 21-0 lead. Just straight up one-on-one Oklahoma drill. Boom. The Legion of Reverse Boom, I should say. As we get this ball back, still here in the first half, trying to maybe put up some more points on the board as Max McCain is open over the middle. That's a good dot by Anthony Richardson, putting that right on the money. Getting us into scoring territory already. We've already completed the 21 scump. As Seattle does not look like they want to play without their starting QB here as we get another great pass out as Michael Pittman Jr. getting the first. Starting to pick up the passing a little bit here. Handoff up the middle, Jonathan Taylor. Great block from his offensive lineman. That's Quentin Nelson. Trying to earn that $25 million contract that I don't know why he got. We go ahead and hand this thing back off once again. Jonathan Taylor trucking his way through, but then recuperates and gets taken back down. Not before getting the first, though. So we are in the red zone. 2-minute warning just hit. So first play out of it is a stiff arm into the ground by Zach Moss, getting enough for 3rd and 3. Going to stay with the gun look here. Split back. This time, read option, read. Great running room to the outside. Tries to juke his way forward. Guess he didn't trust his ability to beat him with speed to the outside. And on 4th and 1 this close, why not go for it? If you fail, they get very short field position here. And Josh Downs drops the ball. Or got it knocked loose, one of the two. But something we've seen him come away with plenty of times. He's normally sure-handed with those catches in traffic. Leads to us giving the ball back to Seattle with 1:30 and 2 timeouts left. Can they put points on the board before the end of the half? Well, that's a great way to get things started there. I think that is, I cannot tell. Is that Noah Fant they're making the catch? Yep, Noah Fant, 22-yard catch there to get them plenty of breathing room outside of the red zone. And then throwing over the top of our linebacker's head. Jalen Jackson trying to go out of coverage. Was not ready to make the play on that one. And we are in our 46 defense right now, so they are catching us slipping here with these constant no hurries. So thankfully, we were able to get the ball loose that time. As an incomplete pass by Geno might have saved the defense to put us in a situation where we can go to nickel now. Clean pocket, trying to move out of it. He has nothing but green daylight, as this is going to be a big run to get up to the 37-yard. From the 39 to the 37. Big body carry. We got 30 seconds left. One timeout to go here. They will hand this off to the running back, who will get tackled down out of bounds. Or actually inbounds, as the play clock will still keep going. 6 seconds left to go. They're going to try one more play here. This throw will be out to the outside. Blackman in coverage, and he goes for the interception and misses. Went for the pick and went right through his hands. Fant catches it and gets out of bounds to preserve 1 second left on the clock and make it to where they will not go into the half shutout, thankfully. It is 21-3. Indianapolis is, of course, we're still happy with a great, 3-possession lead here. And already 35 offensive snaps in the first half, while Seattle only has 21. Really controlling the flow of the game. Not trying to do too much, trying to eat up as much clock as possible and not have to go into a shootout if we don't have to. But a great first half for this Colts team, which has seen us dominate. The passing game has looked good, almost near 200 already. Running game is looking good, almost hitting 100. As you can see down there, the Texans scored their first win of the season. Both teams were 0-2, so somebody had to get there first. And it will go to C.J. Stroud with his 2-touchdown performance over Fields' 2-touchdown performance. As they also rushed for a touchdown with Pierce, winning that game 24-21. Then you have the Jets and the Bills playing up north, trying to battle it out. And the Jets are 2-0 and beating the Bills right now. Wallen is showing that he might be a good quarterback. Maybe Josh Allen coming down off of his good career. And then you got Jacksonville and Atlanta. They went into care of business. They are officially 3-0. Trevor Lawrence actually now playing his former team was in Atlanta as they go to Kirk Cousins in Jacksonville. I don't know how that man just keeps getting bags, but he does. And we'll see if he can do something that Trevor wasn't able to do last season. And that's complete the season after starting out 3-0. Remember, they went 3-0 and finished, 6-10? As that is a deep pass to Woods. He's wide open. Clear running lane to the crib. Touchdown. Simple play action fake there. They left Woods one-on-one. No safety help over the top. And that was an easy pitch and catch, man. I mean, just like backyard football, you might as well not even got touched. Didn't even have to run that fast as the dive missed. 80-yard touchdown to start the half. And just like that, we just go back up and completely dominate in this game, man. 28-3. And we really need to see Seattle get some life here. Geno trying here with the screen pass. It will get it out there. The blocks will get set up. Is that DK Metcalf on the screen? Was that a receiver screen or was that a... That couldn't have been... They didn't put DK in the backfield, did they? If they did, I might have missed that one. No wonder we got caught on the screen. I might have got caught slipping up here in the booth. Well, that was a perfect time to call that one out then, if that is the case here. As Geno, split backfield look here. Gets it over the middle for a 3rd and 3. Getting close to their side of the field. He's looked decent here today, but obviously this defense has looked better. Sending a blitz here on 3rd down will not get there, though. So he'll easily be able to get the first down pass there to lock it. Hand off to the outside. Great time to run that one. Kenneth Walker, the 3rd. Not a really good rushing day, but does get 8 there on that carry. And they'll go right back to the split backfield here. Hand off to the outside. He's going to take it outside. Get pushed by his offensive lineman for the first down. Zach Carbonet. Drafted him a couple drafts ago. Haven't seen too much from him in real life, but here in the game, he is explosive and getting them first downs just like that pass out to the outside. Again to Tyler Lockett. Getting them into red zone territory and close to scoring a touchdown here possibly as that goes over the middle. Great play by Geno. Finding his receiver there, Juju Smith-Schuster. Gets him 2 yards away from pay dirt here for the first time today. Handoff to the running back, that is Zach. And he will have nowhere to go. Staying split backfield here. Offset left. Drop back, throw right, and that will just be out of bounds. Great coverage there from Vince. Not letting anything go. And they're just going to go ahead and settle for the 3. Not try to go for it here. I respect it. They're going to take their 3 and go to a 28-6 ball game now. Still a 3-possession lead for us, though, up 22 points. And we'll go right back to them to start off the 4th quarter. As we didn't score on our drive, we did eat up a lot of clock, though. We'll have to see if they can make this game somewhat interesting over the top there. That's Noah Fant with the catch again. Great corner route. Beating Zaire Franklin one-on-one man coverage. Blackman couldn't get over in time to help out with that. We're staying man coverage here, and once again, getting open over the middle. That is Brent's into the game there. We must be in our dime formation here. And so we do throw that one over the middle, and it is caught for a first. So a lot of times we will go to, or the Colts will go to dive when they feel like the pass game is too stressful and the linebackers are not covering good, i.e. Manny Bell, which is why we need to get that coverage up for him. But here goes the throw over the top. That was wide open. Kenneth Walker III. Somehow able to get open on the wheel route. I don't even know how we allowed him to get that open, but they're going to go for it on 2 here in the 4th quarter. They need to get these points, and he rushes in as well. So not only does he get the touchdown, he gets the 2-point conversion himself and makes this a 2-possession game, and it's looking interesting. Now only down 14, this Colts offense that has been pretty lax here near the second half after going up 21-0 needs to put the pressure back on. Richardson, 285, 2 touchdowns on the day, finding Michael Pittman Jr. for the first, dropping back. Pocket starting to deteriorate a little bit, and he gets the throw out. It's incomplete, but there is yellow flags on the field. And there it is, pass interference on the defense. Micah Hyde trying to come down and make the play. Hit him a little too early, and it'll give us plenty of room now on our side to kick a field goal if we need to at the very least. Throw will go out to the halfback here. That's Jonathan Taylor getting enough for the first down out of the flats. Clock is still dripping. We are now officially about 6.5 to go here in the game. And not only are we dropping the ball, but we're eliminating this clock because the clock is our friend. Pass over to Tutu Atwell, getting enough for the first down again. 300 yards passing for Anthony Richardson yet again this season. I'm telling y'all, it's a different quarterback, and it's going to be a different team. If we can pass the ball as well as get Jonathan Taylor going on the ground, this team is scary. 55 yards and 2 touchdowns for him today. Not an explosive game, but an efficient game. With those touchdowns coming in, we're going to go right back to him to the left side. That's a touchdown. Give him touchdown number 3, and EA kicked me off the service. Thankfully, the touchdown did still count, though. Right after I scored that touchdown, I was so mad. I was worried the touchdown wouldn't count. I'd have to do it again. But we will go ahead and end this ball game here with this interception lurk as John Peppers getting his first interception of the season. And then finally gets taken down there. This was basically Seattle's last chance. 5 minutes left to go in the game. They needed to make something happen. And they just throw an interception up as Peppers. Great coverage there, reading that ball all the way in the curl flat zone. And just like that, man, I mean, we get the ball back. We just want to show off the offense just a little bit longer here. Great run by Taylor. We wanted to show EA that you cannot take away those big runs. So we're trying now, basically at this point, just to get Taylor up to his 100 rushing yards average so we can keep that average going this year. Running to the outside, clear blocks by the wideouts, and gets into the corner of the end zone, making it a 42-14 ball game, and a game that at one point was starting to look a little close and scary. Will end with us in dominating fashion here as we go ahead and just knee this one out, let the play clock end, and go ahead and walk out of here with another W. Getting another victory here to end the game. Seattle, I mean, they tried and fought hard. I don't know if this team maybe is a little bit better with Graves. They were 0-2 with him. Now they're 0-1 without him. So Seattle obviously has some more things that they need to fix. I like the core they have on offense. Maybe get a little bit slightly better in their route running. Obviously, get the quarterback play working up a little bit better. I mean, Geno is okay, but here today just wasn't enough, and they obviously got to work on that defense. 73% completion percentage again for Anthony Richardson, getting above. I mean, last year we were used to seeing 50. Now we're used to seeing 70 and 60. So I love it. Total offensive yards almost totaled around 500 here. As you can see by the scores, we could have won this game by scoring just our first half or just our second half points. We scored 21 in each half, while they only managed to get 14. It's only showing 12 for whatever reason, but they managed to score 14 overall. Now almost 600 yards total offense there. 7 for 9 on third down. Much better day with that. 5 for 9 in the red zone, though. At least all 5 were touchdowns, so we still got to fix that percentage up for us. And then penalties kind of went both ways. So good job there offensively and defensively. We really kind of controlled the clock here today. Probably could have did it even better. Only 27 minutes of possession of time there. 318 yards and 2 touchdowns for Richardson. Another game with no interceptions. Geno Smith had 1-1, the 252. We really kind of held him and shut him down in the pocket here today. 18 for 29 on the air. Jonathan Taylor, 24 for 113 and 4 rushing touchdowns today. My boy was an animal down there in the red zone. Instead of leaning on the pass this time around, we leaned on the run. Let him get his touchdowns up. And then you got the receiving end, Josh Downs leading everybody in receptions, which is rare when we actually have one of our receivers at the top of the list there when we look at the both teams together. But 6 for 64 for him. Michael Pittman Jr., 3 for 58. Jelani Woods, 2 for 100. and both were touchdown catches. One of them going for 80. Max McCain only won for 26, so didn't really utilize him as tight end one that much, which we really kind of tailored back on throwing it to our tight end so much. I haven't really done it a whole lot really since the last 3 games of last year. Even Kyle Pitts' numbers have gone a little bit down, but we'll try to get him more involved. We got a lot of pass catchers that need work, so it's going to be kind of hard. Samson and Bukum with 4 TFLs here today. Not seeing DeForest Buckner up there in them TFLs, so that's going to affect them contracts. I'm just going to tell you now. A lot of sacks coming in. Sampson with 1.5. Vincent even getting one. And Juan Barrett getting one as well. John Pepper's first interception of his NFL career. So shout out to him. Vince Anthony, though, is going to be the one that gets the skill point upgrade here. 80 man coverage, 77 zone, 83 press. Obviously, the zone and man coverage are pretty big discrepancies between each other. So we do want to go ahead and try to go hit a zone upgrade here for the one time. So I'll get his zone coverage up to 76, plus 2 zone coverage, gets him an extra ability slot. As you remember, he is a superstar. Not superstar X-Fighter, but superstar. So helping get an ability slot. I've never checked out his abilities too, so we might do that here in a second. 79 zone, 88 man, 83 press. His awareness is at 72. So I feel like as that goes up too as well, he'll stop getting beat as often with the good coverage that he does have. And his motivations seem to line up with us, so re-signing him shouldn't be a bad thing. He does want to play with the warm weather team, but at least we have the other benefits. Now here they gave him return man, which gives him increased chance to break the first attempt on kick returns. We might want to get that to John Peppers if he ever gets to superstar status. And then on ball, players with this like slightly to look off the receivers on runs. So I wanted to change that up because that wasn't really or at least the first one didn't really fit him because he doesn't do kick returns, especially not with that speed. So I want to see we have it like unfakeable. He's not getting faked out, persistent, easily able to be knocked out of the zone. He doesn't even have X factor. So I want a strip specialist, better at stripping the ball and being tackled. Of course, there's better ones here, but we got to get his overalls up for specific positions and overally. So we'll go ahead and change that to strip specialist at the very least. And then I wanted to go and check out our opponents for this upcoming week here. As you can see some of the scores throughout the week, the Saints got dominated 28-7, which is always sad to see. The Rams beat Cleveland, obviously 21-7. Denver beat the Giants 17-7. But we're more focused on our team that we're playing next week. Arizona Cardinals beating the 49ers 28-21. And if you guys remember, they had that really good quarterback that they drafted last year. He is still their starter, Eric Sherman, 154 and a touchdown here today. So not, amazing numbers. So we should be able to look to shut down that pass game with ease. But through the ground is where they're efficient. Derrick Henry, 16, 176, 2 touchdowns. The man has not lost a step. And then they got Kevin Hankins, the rookie, 7 for 33. So we'll have to shut down that running game as much as possible and kind of keep our eyes out. But I understand why they're not really passing the ball that much. Hunter Renfrow, Brandon Cooks, and Deontay Jackson. They don't really have really good Michael Wilson. They don't have really good weapons to throw to. Still, with that being the fact they are 2-1, have a pretty good offense, and it's basically been mostly on the ground. They're 24th in passing yards, 2nd in rushing yards, only to us. And they have a pretty good defense. They're number 5th in points per game given up. So got a tough test ahead of us here. Moving forward, we got a QB1 check-in as well. And then we'll check stats next time too as well through the first quarter of the season before we go ahead and start to look to speed this thing up, as we have not only the Cardinals, but the team that they just beat too, the 49ers, the following week. So things should get fun and interesting. If you guys are enjoying the series, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, of course, for your boy. And we'll be back out of here with the next episode here real soon, man. It's me, your boy, SGG, a.k.a. Coach Cooper, a.k.a. the King of Games. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out for the day. Later.